Suarez hit him on the right rear.
Kyle Larson just had a shocker of a race in Iowa. His dreams of winning the inaugural NASCAR Cup race at Iowa Speedway were dashed with little over 100 laps remaining. And of course, he wasn't too happy about it. Perhaps he was even furious that he was crashed. Larson was a dominant force from the start, driving 80 laps from pole and winning the opening stage. He hoped to be the first driver to win 4 races this year, but he never had the opportunity. Larson caused a frantic restart at the end of lap 219 of 350. He had Brad Keselowski to his outside and Daniel Suarez to his inside as they exited turn 4. Suarez, who had only used 2 right-side tires at the last pit stop, surged up the track and collided with Larson's number 5 Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet on the left rear. Larson overcorrected and collided with Denny Hamlin after striking the outside wall. Kyle Larson has yet to see the footage of the hit with Daniel Suarez that knocked him out of contention Sunday night at Iowa Speedway. But he does know one thing. "I wish I could have that restart back," Larson remarked. His number 5 Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet led the field through the first 2 stages of the inaugural Cup Series race at Iowa. But 1 lap after the restart to begin the 3rd stage, lap 220, Larson's wrecked car sat facing the wrong way down the front stretch when Suarez collided with his left rear quarter panel off turn 4. The incident included Denny Hamlin, whom Larson crashed with after getting struck by Suarez. It was the ultimate result of a 3-way struggle between Suarez on the bottom, Larson in the center, and Brad Keselowski on the outside. "I haven't seen the replay yet, but I guess I could have not gone to the middle lane and been more patient knowing how fast my car was and knowing who I was around," Larson stated following the race. "I wanted to get as many cars as I could in the beginning of that run, from the back of the field. It probably just ended up biting me. I had a room. I mean, I made it to the exit of the corner and I'm not sure if Suarez got loose underneath me or what happened. But he got into my left rear and got me out of control." Larson believed he had enough space to build it 3 wide. He restarted 6th, and the accident occurred as Keselowski, Larson, and Suarez battled for 4th, 5th, and 6th place. "We made it until, I don't know, the exit of the corner, and then I'm not sure if Suarez got loose underneath me or what happened," Larson stated. "He got into my left rear and got me out of control." Suarez did not dispute making contact with Larson, but the Trackhouse driver, who saw a replay of the incident after jumping out of his car on pit road after the race, believed it was a result of being taken off guard by where his rival was racing. "Honestly, during the race, I was so confused," Suarez said. "I didn't know exactly what happened. I didn't know if I went up or he, Larson, came down. I just saw the replay for the very first time, and I noticed the number 6, Keselowski, was the one on the outside. He had like a quarter of the car from the wall because he was trying to pinch down the number 5, Larson. Then had another quarter of a car to the number 6 trying to pinch me down, and I was expecting those 2 guys to be closer to the wall like everyone else. I'm the one who made contact with the number 5, but I feel like they were lower than what I was expecting." Suarez finished 9th, while Keselowski placed 10th. The issue forced Larson's team to work on pit road before heading to the garage for more thorough repairs. He ended 36 laps behind in 34th place. "If I could see a replay, I would tell you what went wrong, if it was my fault or what," Larson said. "Obviously, if I don't go 3 wide there, there's probably no crash, but I'm probably running 6th in turn 1. Either way, 6th is better than crashed, so I don't know. I think I should have been more aware of who I was around. Suarez is really aggressive, and he was probably just pushing and got loose, I'm guessing, underneath me." Before the collision, the number 5 led 80 of the first 214 laps and won his 9th stage of the season. He won the 2nd stage after starting from 33rd place and pitting under a lap 80 yellow due to a tire issue. The race resumed on lap 87, and Larson was in the top 10 by lap 105. He seized the lead and won the stage on lap 189. Larson, unsurprisingly, believed his side had missed out on another potential triumph. "It's hard to say how the rest of the race is going to play out, but I think, no doubt, I run top 4, he stated. "I felt like by far we had the best car, so yeah, I feel like that one got away from us." But Larson wasn't the only one having a bad weekend, as Kyle Busch was once more unable to finish Sunday night's race at Iowa Speedway due to several mechanical difficulties. This was simply the latest roadblock in his way this season, but it had a huge impact on his playoff hopes. Busch began Sunday's race just 8 points behind Bubba Wallace, who held the last playoff position. He is now 31 points behind the cut line. The number 8 Richard Childress Racing Chevrolet had pace early in Iowa, allowing Busch to gain 1 stage point. On lap 269, the situation altered radically. He smacked the wall and proceeded to pit road. Busch returned to the track, but stopped on lap 273 due to a mechanical issue. The number 8 team repaired the car and drove it out of the garage, although this was only a brief comeback. Another malfunction brought Busch back to the garage, thus ending his night. "Yeah, I don't know what happened, but next-gen parts and pieces broke," Busch said. "Something in the left rear suspension. I don't know if it was a toe link or what it was, but it changed the skew of the back of the car, and it was just undrivable doing that. We came in and fixed it." Rolling back out, we broke the belt. I have no idea, but frustrating for sure. Not what we wanted for all of our no-mate zone Chevy guys, everybody from Quick Star. We were having a pretty decent day. I thought we had a top 10 run going. We had an opportunity there to score some points, but it wasn't meant to be. Busch's 35th place result, which earned him only 3 points, was the third straight race in which his finish did not represent the pace of his vehicle. Last weekend at Sonoma Raceway, Busch had top 5 pace in the number 8 Chevrolet. He was in 5th place on the penultimate lap of the road course race when Ross Chastain collided with him, sending him spinning. Busch finished 12th and missed out on 7 points. Busch also got top 10 pace at Worldwide Technology Raceway on June 2nd. However, he wrecked toward the finish of Stage 2 while racing Kyle Larson for 6th position. Instead of gaining 3 or 4 stage points in that stretch, Busch finished 35th overall with 2 points. Kyle Busch finished 35th at Gateway after crashing during Stage 2. "It looked like Larson got loose down the front straight away into Turn 1, Busch said at Gateway after exiting the infield care center. "He was on older tires and trying to get us for a spot. I'm not sure what that single point would mean for him, but it certainly hurt us a lot. It took that point away, as well as the others that we would get for the stage and then also the rest of the day. It's very frustrating. We can't afford days like that." The Num 8 Rebel Bourbon Camaro wasn't what it was last year, but it was a top 10 car and we were going to finish there. Now we're not going to finish at all. This season represents an exception in Busch's career. The 2-time Cup winner has only 5 top 10 results and 2 top 5s during the first 17 races of the season. His average finish is 17.9, his lowest since his first season in 2005, 21.0. It is possible that he may go winless for the first time in his Cup career. If this happens, Busch's record-breaking streak of winning at least one race every season would come to an end after 19 seasons. The perplexing thing about these outcomes is that not all of the low finishes are caused by the same reason. Sometimes the number 8 squad delivers a vehicle to the race that lacks speed and control. Other times there is speed, yet an unforeseen event occurs. Sunday's race was just another example. What are your thoughts on the race? Could Larson or Busch have done something else? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.